Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
I had a show a couple months ago, and I paid when I got on, like I took the ticket and paid, and then paid when I got off the toll booth, and then I got a bill like a month later. Turns out that I missed something, and make sense. I paid, or like I got the ticket.
Yeah, you get the ticket.
And then I gave them the ticket.
Gave the ticket, which
I paid for.
Which you then pay.
That is the whole of the story.
How'd you pay?
Card, but like they took card, like they took.
All right,
my
that's
payment.
weird.
There was no off ramp to the show. Like the show was like within the.
Like you had to get
where was this?
Around Cleveland. I don't. In between Cleveland and Youngstown.
Yeah, that makes no sense. If it was out of state, I'd say probably the currency exchange didn't go through. So you're.
but like the bar was like off and exit, but at no point did I leave the toll. Like it was still within the system.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, I was still in the toll, so I just pulled right into the road. Did not need a new ticket because there was no.
All right. Was it different calendar days?
I don't. Maybe
because if it were different calendar days, there might be a thing. There might be a thing. That they got into if they were on different calendar days.
Maybe if it was, it's the matter of minutes. But sure.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
This is why I'm specifying different calendar days.
No, I understand.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, dude.
I got a text that was like, "Hey, you owe $30 to the state of Ohio because you missed a toll." And I'm like, "I didn't. I took my ticket.
Yeah, I gave them my ticket." That definitely sounds like it was like.
Remember that?
Might not even been the next day for you. Might have been the payment wasn't processed until
remember that one time
an hour or two.
We were driving back, I want to say from Chicago, really, really late. And it was really bad and we're all falling asleep. I'm like, you have to pull over, and you implied that that they would charge us based on the time we were on the road.
I was upset. Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah.
Because I said, just pull over. And he said...
I'll be honest, I don't remember this conversation, but I definitely see how unconscious me had this logic.
He said, no, that will cost us more money. We're on a toll road. We can't stop. And I'm like, that makes no sense. Why would they charge you for how much time you're on the road? That would only encourage you to break the speed limit. And then eventually I was like, I'll pay it. If it's more, I'll pay it.
I definitely, again, I reiterate, I don't remember this conversation. It 100% happened.
I think that was the time when we got pulled over by the cop because it was raining and we weren't in the lanes at all.
No, that trip to Chicago's
both times coming from out of state back to Ohio with Brandon. They're like the two times I've been religious in my life. It's like how people are like soldiers only religious like in the foxhole. Mm-hmm. That's my foxhole.
The foxhole is returning to Ohio from a location because on the return trip, I am burning every resource I have in
air
my
conditioning.
body.
Max, windows up and down, up and down. They're like just the most annoying song you ever heard is on repeat.
That was in Ohio, but
it's happened there too. There's so many times where I'm like, he's listening to like the same album over and over.
As I said, I am burning every resource I have in order to get this trip done because I do not want to not sleep in my own bed.
We've left the medieval fair once after a bad day, and I'm on the I've already exploded. I'm on the verge of re-exploding, and we're driving out of there, and The King of Spain is on repeat.
The King of Spain by Moxie Fruvis.
Yeah, it's just playing over and over. And we're just driving out. I'm seething, and it says, "This is The King of Spain." I'm like, Brandon, if you don't change this, I'm going to actually murder you. I'm going to attack you. I don't care if we crash. I'm so angry. Speaking of that venue your friend has with the ass magic.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a 2-drink minimum?
That does almost all comedy shows have a 2-drink minimum. That's a very, very common. Yeah. Almost every club in the country has a 2-drink minimum.
I don't go to comedy clubs. I don't respect the art.
I don't know why you're looking directly at me and saying this. I was just going to agree with you without actually thinking about it, but I'm like, no, I'm not.
I know you're a laying down comedy fan. Big fan of Cumtown, Stav.
just saying names. I've actually never listened to a full episode of Cumtown.
That's wild to me.
It is. It does feel
nuts.
like it.
You seem like a cummy town boy. Like I've listened to so much Cumtown when I was grubhubbing and stuff. Just Come Down on repeat.
It's weird that'd be on repeat, given that like it's a podcast with a decent backlog. Because when I was working construction, I listened to a bunch of Chapo, but like it wasn't like on repeat. It was just every Chapo.
I was driving a lot. I was a road warrior. I was out every day for hours on the road, just listening. Come Down.
Yeah.
In my formative years of 27 made me the man I am today.
That's believable, actually.
Anytime about a dating app, like one of the prompts is like, my biggest flaw is like, I feel like I should put like, I'm a Cumtown enjoyer.
Come Down gave me narcissism.
I was on the old internet.
I have a Something Awful account.
I have a Something Awful account, and I like Cumtown. So like, that's the vibe I'm putting out. That's what I find to be humorous. I remember people were talking about Smosh all these days. I'm like, I remember it was just two men calling women bitches and guys gay. That's how we liked it back then.
Weirdly enough, I didn't know about I didn't know about that era of Smosh, actually.
Another thing on the flaws, watch that era of Smosh.
Yeah, that definitely should go on the flaws.
Was around for 2006 to 2009 YouTube.
Big fan of bum fights.
Actually, no, it's 2006, 2009 is actually suddenly in my head I'm like, oh yeah, no, I didn't have stable internet until 2007. I didn't have a computer of my own until 2011, 2012.
No, that's wacky. I had a computer early on. I was ordering things off Amazon, fleshlights. Don't know what happened to it.
I don't remember if I left that story in. I probably did. That's a funny story. I don't remember if I left that in. So I love that even if I didn't, there's no context to that.
I just don't have the context.
When I was a younger man.
No, I don't need the context.
I ordered a flashlight on Amazon. Not a good one, because I was 15. I didn't have money. It was a really bad one. And I don't know where it ended up. So my mom must have found it at some point. My room's been cleared out, and she didn't mention it to me.
You asked her.
She handed me the printed out pornography binder she found. As I promised, we'll clean out your room. I have that. We can look at it after the show. It's in my closet. It's really nice. There's some good choices in there. But I don't know what happened to that. Maybe I hid it somewhere, and it's just in that house.
I love that one day she'll move, or well,
my uncle's gonna
no one will live. No one of the Olenchek name will live in that house one day.
That is true.
And then someone's doing renovations.
And it's like someone's bought this house, first marriage, 1942, but it's like a really shitty flashlight. Oh, I bet I know where he would have hid it too. No, because my uncle gets the house, because she's living with my grandparents right now. But my uncle gets the house, and then his son will get the house, and his son is not an Olenchek. I am the last of our name, and I will not pass it on. Except maybe when I'm an old dying man, I'll kill someone's parents and adopt them, and then give them my last name, then die. Now that's legal.
Yeah, none of that's legal.
It's legal. Why is that legal?
Have you heard the Patton Oswalt bit that
No, I don't respect the art of stand-up comedy.
Sure. It's after the age of 70, every 10 years you get to commit a crime. And he says that once you hit 100, every year you can kill one person.
Yeah.
But the caveat is you have to kill them with your bare hands. Because if someone let 100-year-old person strangle you to death, you
that makes
deserved
Dick
it.
Van Dyke the most dangerous man on the face of the earth. He's still pretty spry. And on average, that means you're going to commit half a crime. Most men live to 75.
Yeah.
Because I keep trying to tell my mom, no, 30. In 6 years, I will technically be 6 or 7 years. I'll technically be middle aged. She's like, no, middle aged is 60. I'm like, no, because I'm dead in 15 years. That's not half my life.
Yeah, wait. I'm sorry. What?
She thinks 30 is young. She balked at me calling 40 not old, older. And she herself says she isn't old at 64.
Wild
I think
shit.
she works in a nursing home, and also she has no perception of time whatsoever. Has no idea when anything ever happened. I was on the phone with her today, and she just was like reading me, because I was talking about the asthma magician, and then she started talking about David Copperfield, and then she just started reading me David Copperfield's like Wikipedia. I'm like, "Are you there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm listening."
That is.
And then she'd find something, and go, "Oh," and then she'd Google that and start reading me a separate article.
It's bad out there, folks.
That's where I came from. People are like, you're born stupid. I'm like, you should see my mother. I'm not even being a misogynist. she's just not there. Very intelligent woman, not there at all. Like, you call her and it's like, she's either going to talk about shoes for an hour or she's going to read you some random article for an hour. And she's like, "Are you there?" I'm like, you're explaining to me a pair of shoes you didn't buy. She's like, "Oh, I bought these pants." I'm like, "These pants don't feel right." And so I looked into it, and they took the hemp out of the pants, which is wild because like they're using recycled polyester, and but you know they're all about. They always say they're about like the environment and sustainability. So I might have to write them a letter. I might have to call them up and say, "Why isn't there hemp in your pants?"
It is deranged behavior.
Like you see this doddering David Copperfield obsessed little old woman, and you would not realize she used to be a heartbreaker, just fucking tearing through men in bars till I came along, slipped through. Welcome to the Two Men in a podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your gift from God. That's what Matthew means. That was an accident, but that was planned by the Lord Almighty. Host, Matthew Olenchak, joined as always by my co-host and co-husband, Harrison Poole, and joined by a returning guest and also co-husband. That's why I say co-husband. We're explaining the bits now. We're near the end. Brandon.
I gotta say, during that conversation, I was like, it would be really, really fucking weird if I tried to jump in to do the intro, but I did want the discussion to end, so I'm very, very glad you got there, Matt.
I almost started it right before he was doing this bit, and I'm like, "Nah, I want to see where this goes."
Talking about how sometimes birth control fails. Unless she wasn't taking birth control, and he was just like, "Jesus, take the fucking wheel."
That would be a plot twist, right?
I mean, she's really small, so presumably it's easier not to get pregnant. Because the sperm is bigger, you can just grab it. We can cut that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
So the movie?
I was on 2006, 2009 YouTube. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Let the Bullets Fly by Jian Wang is my favorite movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
The running gag of films that I bring to your guys' podcast not being in English is I do really, really enjoy it. And I'm very, very happy I can continue with my actual favorite movie.
Hell yeah, dude. No, this rules.
I'm glad.
I love this movie.
I'm glad you love this movie. It's a very...
Yeah. It takes itself way more seriously than I thought it would for how silly the beginning is. But, like, it balances the tone really, really, really well.
It is
very educational, too.
Yeah?
You learn a lot about China. Don't have newspapers. Use girls with drums.
Okay, so...
So I watched the film with Matt mostly because I really love watching this film. So I was like, yeah, I'll show up early and watch it with Matt ahead of the recording. So I actually don't know how hard was it for you to follow because it's a film because Let the Bullets Fly. It's very funny. It's very funny. It's very like it's a very good film. But it is a film about like false identities and sort of fraud.
I mean, he does this podcast with me. I'm sure he's able to follow.
Oh yeah, no, I realize, but like I'm more saying like because I was watching it, and because when I first watched it with people, and then I watched it here with Matt, and then the times I've seen it in between, I'd already known sort of the stuff, and I feel like the stuff was obvious, but like. Because did you watch it cold or did you watch it with somebody?
I watched it cold.
All right. So watching it cold, getting the tone, how'd you feel about the literally everyone's lying about everything. Every character is telling something untrue.
It is a movie that I think I followed, and then I, about the midway point, I paused, read the Wikipedia of the first half, just being like, did I get this right? And I got probably 80% of it. And I'm like, okay, we're good. And then I watched the second half, and then I read the rest of the Wikipedia, being like, did I get this right? And I'm pretty proud of how mostly I followed this movie. It is convoluted is the wrong word because everything makes sense.
It is complex.
Yes.
Because it is literally Wen Jiang's character, Paki Zhang. He's got like 3 levels. There's so many levels of every character has at least one other person pretending to be them.
So yeah, he's the head bandit, and he's the fake governor, and he's the real like he's like the fake bandit, the fake governor, and the real bandit,
And the nephew.
and I mean, but the nephew is the fake governor.
Yeah, the nephew is the fake governor.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's the fake governor and also the fake governor.
Yes, that's important. Yeah.
So it starts. They're trying to steal from the train.
Yeah, so
'cause
it starts with
That term, loose term train.
Yeah. So all of the train cars are pulled by horses.
They've made a less maneuverable cart.
Well, what it does is, I don't know. I fully don't know if this was an actual like train hack,
Maybe trains don't work in China.
but having horses pull your train cars allows you to not have to maintain
That's why they
an
got
engine.
That's why they got all the magnet trains and the all the clean energy now. It's because coal doesn't burn in China. They never got the steam train working.
But yeah, so it's important to note that in the train that's attacked in the opening sequence, there is a group of soldiers in the back, and in the front is what is his given name? The
Ma?
governor who becomes the
Ma?
Ma is the family.
Yeah.
So there's the governor, there's the governor's
MILF
consular, the governor's wife.
She's hot, dude. She can get it.
There are the 3 of them.
All the wives in this movie. You see the other wives big honkers, dude?
Well, anyway, so the bandits are
out.
trying to steal from the train
Yes,
car.
the bandits see the train car coming, and then the bandits, Paki Zheng, the main bandit, he fires his rifle, freeing the horses. They flip the train car by throwing axes into the rails.
Yes.
So that the train car, which is traveling backwards now, and I still don't know why, and I've seen that scene several times. The train car.
I think because they're going up a hill, but then the horses
Oh, all right.
are through
when the
expert
horses are
marksmanship
released,
are
yeah.
released. So now it's rolling back.
Yeah, because the train rolls back, hits the axes in splitting the rail line, causes the entire train assemblage to flip in the air. So the train flips wildly through the air, and in flipping wildly through the air, it crashes, killing the soldiers and the counselor, and maybe not even, because no one's telling the truth.
Right. It lands in the pond, lake, body of water.
Yeah, it lands in a body of water. Following that is the governor being held at gunpoint. A lot of people held at gunpoint in this film by Paki Zheng. The governor's held at gunpoint with an alarm clock that is counting down to when the governor will be shot, presumably. Governor then spins a tale, sending everybody to Goosetown.
And Goosetown is run by Huang. Huang?
Yes, Huang.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like a dictator, but not a dictator, but like
Oh,
a
yeah, so
dictator.
he is
Well,
the-
we shouldn't judge him. There's cultural differences.
He is a
I like how even when you don't say anything, you move. You move in such a way.
So Huang is a
He's an opium trafficker.
opium and person trafficker is what he's eventually presented as, but he's just presented as the controlling interest in the village in Goosetown.
Yes.
He is Goosetown's like mob boss.
Head goose.
Huang is introduced not by himself appearing for the governor's new appearance, but rather via sending what is referred to as his best hat. It is then revealed that one of his henchmen has found an opera actor who is a lookalike to him. Both played by, I believe they're played by Chow Yun-fat.
I'm check. I saw fake, but that's this fake Pocky. Who
Yeah,
is a
there's
different
fake
actor.
Pocky who was there. I genuinely was like, I'm pretty sure. Well, if I'm wrong, please cut it. if I'm wrong, please cut it, because I don't.
I got you.
But so this offense is given to the incoming governor, who is Pocky Zhang. Pocky Zhang now with including the governor's wife and Counselor Tang, as he is now calling himself. Counselor Tang then explains the Chinese governor grift to Pocky Zhang. I believe that's the next scene after we are properly introduced to Huang, who is watching over the proceedings, shown the body double, and he ends that scene pulling out one of the body double's teeth, because he has gold teeth that the body double needs to have to be properly a body double. So we get Counselor Tang is explaining to Pocky Zhang the grift. Mm-hmm. The governor
You're
grift.
not racist.
Yes.
It's a double rule. They don't all look the same to you.
But yeah, so the governor explains the grift, and the way the grift is supposed to go. You buy a governorship, you buy an appointment from the central authority, whichever one it is, the imperial bureaucracy or the republic bureaucracy. You go there, and then you squeeze the locals in order to make that money back. This is the explanation for the governor grift that is attempted. However, Goosetown has been squeezed dry, and trying that grift in Goosetown won't see you make money back until the year 2010, which is when the film was made, I thought it was very fun.
So there's the fake Huang and the real Huang, who are both played by the same guy.
Yeah.
So,
It's very important. Again, it's important to know there are so many characters who are all like, everyone's playing at least one other person.
right. It's not right after, but like once this plan fails, and when did they get the money and he decides to be Robin Hood, basically?
All right. So the next step is basically this. The head, a guy who had been in the city since before the fall of Imperial China. He's the guy who
He's militia master.
I say he's the militia master. He's the one who does some of the funniest martial arts stuff. We're gonna put a pin in his accomplishments. He is brought to court because they make a big Pocky Zhang and his gang make a big point of unearthing this ceremonial drum that's been overgrown by ivy, because they're bandits, but they're kind of just in here to just like, every single time they're asked like, "Are you here to make money?" Yeah, but we're not here to make money off the poor. We're here to make money off of the rich.
When you bang the drum, a judge has to show up.
I believe,
as far as I can understand.
I believe that was the implication. I believe that was the idea. But there's
they don't have cops to arrest people. You bang the drum and it immediately goes to trial.
You like bring the person who committed the crime against you with you, and then it's like, now we're having our trial here. Yeah.
But yeah, so when they unearth the drum, the drum runs through the town square, and we have our first judgment, where the militia master, who is introduced as being, I believe, a flunky of Huang.
I don't know, because I thought he was, but then he's pretty against him the entire movie.
Well, no, so the scene where he is flogged by a combination. One of the metaphors during the explanation of the grift is the differences in power using the symbol of office for the governorship
You
versus
get the really,
a pistol.
You get the really funny psych act that they shouldn't have added captions for, which is him like showing him like the symbol of office, putting it down, then showing him the gun.
yes.
And I'm realizing that I should just carry around my gun more to use in conversation. I didn't realize it was such a social lubricant. I thought it was a weapon of war, but it turns out it is also a weapon of the orator.
But yeah, so in launching the government, in launching the judgment, the militia master is more or less turned to the side of justice, and the side of the side of Paki Zhang, our fake governor. He does this by like shooting his gun repeatedly, and ordering the man flogged. These things like this is like so justice is issued, which means things begin to escalate. As Huang sends his truly like the most like sleazy looking of his like cronies to go and do some crazy shit.
Right. That's when he lies about number 6 about the 2 jellies.
Yes, that is when he.
I was not aware jelly was such a
Yeah,
popular dish back then.
yeah. That is when.
Does it mean something else?
Well, I mean, he cut open his intestines and it literally was
Yeah.
jelly.
I'm looking up Chinese jelly.
But basically, the move
It's
is
bitter jello.
the move was to falsely accuse number 6, who we've been introduced to as the adopted son of Paki Zhang, is to accuse him of stealing a bowl of jelly. And from there, this argument leads to 6 cutting out his own stomach and intestines,
Yeah.
in order to fill a bowl with the food he ate to prove that he did not have to.
He
Which
was
is
being
what-
accused of buying one and stealing one instead of having just bought one.
Yeah, he ate 2, only paid for 1.
Yeah.
And he decides to like cut it out. And it's wild that like this is happening at the same time as The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, no, this scene is happening. That scene is happening concurrently with Jay Gatsby returning to West Egg.
I think when he's like, is it 1 or is it 2? That's exactly when Gatsby's turning the champagne glass. It's like, hello, old sport. Like that's a time synced.
But yeah, so
It seems like an overreaction to me.
it does seem it seems like an overreaction. It seems like a very like wild place, but it is like the explanation, like the sequence is that he bets that if he can prove it, the sleaziest of the servants, he has to kill himself. I'm pretty sure. So the plot from The Sleaziest Man Ever is to also, yeah, this is
I'm listening, I promise.
yeah, the plot from The Sleaziest Man Ever is as follows. Either he pisses the guy off, makes him pay for a second one he knows he didn't have, or the guy like threatens him, browbeats him, and turns public opinion against the governor and his crew. Either way, win-win. He got the third option, which is the guy kills himself to prove his point, which in the moment feels like a win, but is like truly some like insane escalation.
It's also the thing basically that sends the whole revenge plot forward.
Yes, yeah, it is it's where this goes from being like it's escalation. It's the mass escalation.
Yeah, like all of not all, but a bunch of the pieces have been set. We know that there's like 4 secret identities and everyone's lying. And then now it's like the brothers who aren't really brothers, but the bandit brothers.
Yeah, the bandit crew,
Yeah, they have they're all swearing revenge for G6.
Yes, yeah, we get the memorial, the memorial with the 6 hand sign.
Made
And-
very quickly because I know they didn't just have it laying around.
But yeah, so they because immediately following him disemboweling himself, they all swear their revenge. Though of course Counselor Tang, the man who would be governor, has the moment where he's like, we just be trying to make some money. That's what he does in his confession cam, which is kind of what those were. But this leads to, does this lead to the argument about how they're going to deal with Huang? I think it leads.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it directly leads into Paki Zheng has sworn revenge on Huang.
Yes.
because they
the
know that.
banquet's next, right?
Yes, we'll say. But the Tang convinces our governor that it is best to beat him in like to outsmart him,
Yeah.
to outwit him, than it is to just kind of walk up to him and shoot him. So they meet with him. They meet with him at his like fortified house, and they begin to plan. I believe they begin to plan hunting for Paki Zheng. There's only the one scene where Paki Zheng is in the guys. There's only one dinner they have.
Yeah, where people keep dying. Yeah, that's where they become brothers.
Well, they keep faking people's deaths.
That's where they become brothers.
Yeah.
I think the one guy definitely dies. The jelly guy definitely. We see him die.
No, Jelly Guy does not die.
He doesn't die?
Jelly Guy is the one death I'm certain is fake, because he shows up later as the leader of the guys who shoot up the governor's manse.
Does he? Because I swear we see him get pushed on something by the other people. I thought he was the one we do see.
No, isn't he? He's not one of the bodies that they reveal at the end when they all have.
I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was.
Because there was Puppy, there was someone else, and I want to say there were like 4 of them, and he was one of them.
Because very distinctly, I'm like, he survives that encounter, which is why I know that him killing them is faked. Because he shows up, because he gets the speech later when they go attack him. It's like, you're already dead. But yeah, so they have the meeting where they discuss how to fight Paki Zheng, and Zheng's gang has broken into the fortified house in order to take some shots. And my favorite thing they have, which is they all have in their mouths somewhere in every single scene a bird call.
Yes.
That they pop out and make bird calls.
The different, it's like Morse code. Like there's different messages.
Yeah.
Based
I think
on
it's just the
pitches.
language of birds.
No, yeah, that is the bird calls are the fact that the bird calls are in their mouths the entire film is truly, I think, one of my favorite things. Just like when you stop and think about it, go,
Yeah, how do they like eat and drink without? What if you eat the whistle?
They probably like have it stuck somewhere that like they're used to it. Like they probably have like really good.
I use
muscle
my
control.
whole mouth when I eat.
Maybe they have really good muscle control.
I described as going as they have it where you put dip. They keep them where you put dip.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so so as a demonstration of power, he gives the call for them to go, for them to retreat. They respond that they are, and he points out that, hey, I wasn't the only guy that snuck into your. My guys snuck into your place, and that's there's this. It's a very lovely scene. But there's a very lovely scene with a lot of very fun things. Huang talking to Paki Zheng about how they need to capture and compromise to a permanent end Paki Zheng is some great fun. The discussion of the governorship and like it's a very good scene of the three principal characters interacting that I really like.
This is also around when I'm blanking on her name, but the prostitute joins the bandits and
This is not.
This is not. This is
No,
okay.
this is way
This
earlier.
is a different woman.
Okay.
I fully don't remember.
It's the woman that brings out the gems.
Yeah, the woman who brings out the gems.
Yeah.
And listeners, he's not racist. All women look the same to him.
But yeah, so the gems are brought out. The gems are brought out, and
Checking the ID at the door to make sure it's Geneva and not just a random woman entering her home.
So as a down payment, Huang offers it's a big box.
It's a big box that's just a box. There's no cushions in it. Yeah. It's just like a fucking box.
And
And
then
it looks vaguely bedazzled.
Yeah, and then inside the vaguely bedazzled box is two
Loose gemstones.
two loose cut gemstones.
Yeah, because it's the 8-year-old who is actually played by a grown adult, but in the movie is 8. Like,
You know that's gonna come up because that's
Yeah.
again there's so much.
No,
Yeah,
I went to
'cause the
high
woman-
school with someone like that.
But yeah, so they are given the gemstones, and then they go back to, or sorry, they don't even make it back. My mistake. They leave drunk, and Huang immediately gets a puppy who is the sleaziest character
Yeah.
amongst the coterie. He is given charge of going and killing the chicken and retrieving the eggs. Which is a very funny little scene where he tries to interpret what the eggs are, but the eggs are the gems.
Needlessly complex metaphor.
Look, Huang loves two things: needlessly complicated metaphors and speaking English words. So, Huang's crew. Who does Huang's crew dress up like to attack the governor? Why, Pocky Zhang's gang, of course. Because we needed somebody to be impersonating Pocky Zhang's gang. Meanwhile, the governor, Pocky Zhang, appears to be unconscious on his horse that he rode into the meeting with Huang at. And the counselor, he is also drunk, but he is pulling the horse with him. We get a scene. So, Pocky Zhang disappears in between cuts. In that, once the counselor gets to once he gets to the governor's manse, Pocky Zhang has disappeared off the horse, but we get some of the backstory between two characters who know the most about each other in the governor and the governor's wife. Yeah, the counselor speaks with his wife. The two of them have an argument that reveals some of their backstory, setting up how they got the governor appointment, and everything that's happening there. He then goes to...
Also, at this point, he's lied himself into being a cuckold, which I enjoy.
He has lied himself into being a cuckold. This is true.
Because the guy's like, yeah, I'm not going to fuck you because we're just pretending. And she's like, nah, dude, if the dick's good.
I wanted to be
That-
a
that
governor's
scene- that
wife. I don't
scene,
care
I
who's
did-
the governor. Yeah.
I did forget that scene where Pocky Zhang is giving a speech about giving her a gun to defend herself from him. and then the sight gag of the shot pulls out so you can see the full body in the bed, and he spends the entire conversation with one hand. It's not the same hand because he switches hands, which hand's holding the gun to put on her end table. But one of his hands is holding her breast the entire time, and it's a very funny sight.
That's just how you make a promise in China.
Pocky Zhang is revealed to have ditched the horse and is now essentially talking to a record player. That when the film revealed the backstory between the two of them, between 1 and 6, 1 being Pocky Zhang, but he promises that he's gonna figure out how to get revenge properly for him, and then he goes to bunk with Counselor Tang, who has been rejected by his wife because he's kind of an idiot. So they travel to he bunks with the counselor, because he's like, I'm super drunk. I'm not gonna go bother the governor's wife.
And she doesn't look happy about it.
She is.
She's like, where's the dick?
That is kind of the implication. That is kind of her implication. However, this saves his life because Huang's bandits open fire on the
woke agenda saying sleep with a man will save your life.
open fire on the governor's bedroom, killing the governor's wife. But since the governor's not in the room, these bandits are then dispatched by Zhang's bandits.
He like instantly jumps sideways out of a window, guns akimbo.
Yeah.
That's all of them, I think.
Juan's bandits pretending to be Zhang's bandits
Yeah.
to Zhang's bandits, to no one else. But they're pretending to be them to them.
Yes.
Like,
No, yes, again, it's...
so obviously Zhang's bandits know they're lying.
They know they're not them. Well, I know you're not me. So they eventually get the guy, and they get the number one on Huang's bandits, who is the sleaze man.
Yeah, it's Puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, so who you work for? It's like, oh, I work for Paki Zhang. And they're like, no, you don't. So he eventually explains he works for Huang. He is then given a message to take back to him. And that message is him getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
They are then buried near the courthouse.
Yes, because there's 4 bodies are buried near the courthouse.
Yeah.
Because that comes into play later.
That'll come into
Yeah.
play in a bit. So the bandit group that was sent on behalf of Huang's bandits.
The fake bandit group.
Well, they're real bandits.
Well, no, they're part of a legitimate opiate organization. That's
You know what? You got me. Yeah.
that's organized. Bandits are crime. This is organized crime.
You know what? That's fair.
It's
Yeah.
like when a person who works at a dispensary becomes a drug distributor. Like,
Yeah. Like,
Well, no, it's as if you were driving trucks for a dispensary, and then your boss was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you and the rest of your crew for your trucks to go like shoot up the courthouse."
Yeah.
because
And you just went,
Pocky's
"All right,
gang
yeah."
is Chinese criminals. The Huang's are Italian. They don't actually have street crime in Italy. I don't know if you knew this.
So
So basically, so it's very important that while this is happening, Huang is being brought. The governor is having a breakdown because his wife is dead.
Right.
And
the real governor is having a real breakdown.
yes.
Because his real wife's dead.
Yes. And then
By the time
Huang
by the
gets
time
here.
Huang is brought before them, Zhang is having the exact same breakdown.
Which is such a
Beat
baller
for beat.
move.
in front of him.
Yes.
You can kind of see Ma just like
Yeah,
break
they-
like
Well, I know they do that like in Hollywood. If you ever see someone like acting like really well over someone they love being died, they probably took that from a friend at their like grandmother's funeral.
yeah. So
So you see the governor. The governor has a pistol. He is shaking, crying, while Zhang is.
Because we also get the really funny funeral scene where like he's just sobbing, and the guy whose wife it's supposed to be stoic.
Well, to be fair, he was also stoic at the other funeral. I think he has a history of being stoic at funerals. So we have a Catholic funeral.
Yeah, we do.
We have a Catholic funeral
A real
for the
funeral.
governor's wife.
The governor's wife going to heaven because that's a real funeral.
We have a Catholic funeral with a man with a Catholic priest scholar. While this funeral is happening, after appearing as mourners, Zhang's gang kidnap Huang, and I want to say they also kidnap the two. They kidnapped the two like
family leaders.
Yeah, the two-
One
the-
who is a stereotypical Chinese man.
Yes.
but like extra so because it's the Chinese doing it.
so it was established in the dinner scene that the
And it's Pocky's gang being Pocky's gang.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, after had making appearances as the governor's beloved crew at the funeral.
Are now pretending to be Zhang's gang, but they are also actually that gang.
Yes. So it is important to note, during the dinner scene, Huang introduced to Zhang and the governor, introduced to the two of them the two richest families in Goose Town, who made their money selling labor to the United States to construct the Transcontinental Railroad.
It was just we just know it was a railroad.
You know what? That's fair. It
You
could
don't want to make
be,
assumptions.
It doesn't need to be the Transcontinental. It could be some of the other railroads.
Yeah, and that's how they brought over the landmine, like from the U.S. because it was in the U.S.
Yeah, the landmine is an American
The
landmine.
big cartoon bomb.
right. That looks like a fruit, like a fucking.
Looks like a pineapple.
It does.
And it's wild because at that time pineapples were still like a sign of wealth. That's why if you look at a lot of like old houses or old things, there's like pineapple motifs.
Yeah.
It's because the pineapple was like really hard to get. And so if you had a party, you'd like bring out your pineapple and put your pineapple out. And people would be like, whoa, you have a pineapple. That's true.
That's completely true.
I'm not making that up.
Yeah, no, that's really right about that, actually. But
Things used to be simpler.
it used to be weirder. But yeah, so the at the funeral of the governor's wife, the governor meaning Paki Zhang has Huang and the two heads of these rich families kidnapped, put into like guitar case style luggages, and then ziplined. It is truly like, it's absurd, but it's also cool as hell.
Yeah.
Which is this film like in a single phrase. But that is when Zhang learns that Huang is a body double. Up until that point, he didn't know he had a body double. And then Huang reveals, hey, yeah, that wasn't me, idiot. I didn't come to this fucking funeral. I said my body double. Crotch chop, crotch chop, crotch chop.
Wouldn't have fooled me.
You did think they were different actors though, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, they're different people.
You would assume it was a different person.
That's a different people. But yeah, so this leads to sort of the next phase of things in the film, where the two families who are not feuding with the governor brackets the office, Zhang, the two who are not like engaged in a subtle war with Zhang, those guys pay up. They pay their ransoms.
Get souvenirs. They got some masks.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So they get given that money, and then that money.
Like in the Iranian hostage situation, the embassy, they didn't get anything.
No. I mean, just PTSD and a book deal.
No, the book deal.
Just need a book deal is that's a phrase to put
Ironically,
somewhere.
the name of their book.
Yeah. But yeah, so the rest of the crew, they're like, hey, cool, we made a bunch of money. It's sick as hell. And Zhang goes, no. We need to get our money directly from Huang. Any other money, it's whatever.
Right.
So they go and get into some wealth redistribution by throwing bags of silver through people's windows.
like silver coins, like
chunks.
chunks. This is
Well,
not.
there's some
This is not
coins.
coin. It's not really coinage. It's like just like bars and then like shapes that look inconvenient to transport.
They some
They
of
actually
them-
stack really well.
Yeah, they look like stuff pipe stuff you would get at Lowe's.
Yeah. They use a hurdle these through windows wrapped in masks.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And we are
Which, to be fair, is also how we got the stimulus check. So
Just $600 in quarters. Fucking just
but yeah, so while this is all happening, the bandits, so Zhang's bandits redistribute the wealth. While they're doing so, we get who is it? 2 and 3
Yes.
have a debate about whether or not to throw it through the window of
To their favorite OnlyFans star.
their favorite OnlyFans star. It is in the world of OnlyFans. That is what's happening.
They're outside. God, who's your arch foe? They're outside Amaranth's house, being like, "How much Bitcoin should we give her?"
This is important. This is important later because this character, the character they introduced there, Cherry, she's gonna be great. She introduces the greatest pose in the film.
One pistol pointed at your temple and the other pistol pointed at the person you want to shoot.
Both of these make
Person you're
sense.
talking to.
Yeah, who
Both
you're talking
both
to.
of these make sense together. They're baffling.
It's such a good line.
It's such a good line.
Both of these make sense together. They're baffling. So they do this, and Huang. I think Huang has sort of figured it out.
Yeah.
At least he's figured out the layer that the governor's people impersonated Paki Zhang's gang to kidnap the guys to get the money. And then our readers should bring the money. I don't know if by that point he's fully on board he just is Paki Zhang.
I don't think he's figured that out because when he's comparing the IDs and then that whole story, and I think it's in that scene that he figures it out.
Yeah, that sounds right. But again, it's very important that everybody has differing levels of information.
Yeah.
So he gets a new crew. He gets his new crew together, and he sends his new crew to go and
Says, go push the rating of this movie.
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
We've got blood. We've got action. We need tits.
Look at action. We need a rape scene.
We need a
Yeah.
rape scene.
Yeah.
We need to establish how bad we are as characters.
But pretending to be the other bandits.
Yes, again, because this
But
is a
don't
film
worry,
about-
we'll be following this scene with something making light of it, so it won't get too dark. You're
Yeah.
gonna see a nice rack, and then we're gonna make jokes about it. So,
And
so don't feel bad about it.
he's like, it couldn't have been me, blah, blah. Like, it couldn't have
Yeah,
been me,
the
whatever.
scene where each of them gives their alibi for why it couldn't have been
Yeah.
them is very like
Basically ending with, it couldn't have been me, I'm a virgin. It couldn't have been me, I'm gay.
that is
Like,
yes that is yeah.
So we're going to follow up a rape scene with the gay joke.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even describe it as a gay joke because they truly they're offering alibis. The beats of it is
It's a strong alibi. Yeah, like if you go to
it's
court,
phrased.
I would go after the husband.
if you go to
I was
court,
like, it's phrased as a joke.
Yeah, sure. It is. It is nice that like none of the brothers make light of, like, even though it is 1911, like none of the brothers seem to care.
Yes, no, yeah, they all are
just
like,
like, yeah, he's-
they all present their alibi, and their
Yeah.
alibis are. I will point out their alibis are treated all exactly the same.
Yes.
Like that is like the point of the scene is they all offer the alibi, and the alibi is treated exactly the same.
Yes.
Which is to say, good enough. So this has escalated things even
and
beyond.
this is when the son shows up.
Yes. So
Because they're like, this guy's suspicious, and it's because he's a grown
Yeah.
man who's 8 years older than
yeah,
his bed.
the counselor, the counselor, the counselor / the governor, he is incredibly suspicious, very accusatory. The idea presented in that scene before we get to the next scene is that has he been flipped? After the escalation, we are introduced to the counselor's definitely 8-year-old son.
Played by a grown adult.
Oh, that's my mom. I'm 8.
Fuck off. That's my mom.
So Zheng pays off the definitely an 8-year-old and his mother with the 2 gemstones that he got from Huang.
Right.
This is followed by a bicycle scene because I thought that when they cut to the drawing of the bicycle, he was drawing a bicycle to reinforce that he was 8. And it wasn't until they showed who was drawing it. Yeah.
I thought that exactly.
I'm like, oh, so they're really committing to this 8-year-old bit because that's what 8-year-olds do, right? They just sit around drawing bicycles.
That was
Because then I thought maybe his mom go, oh, that's a bike.
But instead it zooms out and it's 2 and 3 falling
It's
in love
two
with
men
the
and a prostitute.
It's 2, 3, and Cherry.
Yeah, 2, 3
I
and
will
Cherry
say-
falling in love.
I've been thinking this a lot recently because I've been watching older and engaging with not older media, but media set in the past. And we should bring back brothels.
Yes.
Because I was thinking, like, I'm not I'm not the chance. I'm like, oh, it's gonna end rape. But I think a lot of trends we're dealing with as a society can be traced back to the fact that we just don't have like organized prostitution.
So it's 2 men falling in love with the prostitute.
Yeah.
two men are falling in love with a stripper.
Well, I think
They just gave the stripper all their money, and now they're falling in love with her. And a tale as old as time.
But she's
really
actually falling
is.
in love with she's falling in love with both of them.
It's a
in the end.
dangerous movie to be showing men.
That's so fair. It does work out.
I mean, one of them dies.
I mean,
so
yeah.
it doesn't.
It works out for 3. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, now he gets double the pussy. He doesn't have to share it.
But yeah, so it's important to note, by the way, that they don't fuck in the scene.
No.
Like
They
there's-
play
there-
bicycle.
I was going to say there's literally negative amounts of sexual content
kind of
in the scene,
It's 2 dudes
forming a human bicycle.
and then Cherry getting on top like a saddle.
It's a metaphor. It's a sexual metaphor.
It does make me
It could be a
wonder,
sexual
like,
metaphor.
Yeah. It also does make me wonder if 2 had, spoiler alert, 2 dies. If 2 had survived, would both of them marry Cherry?
2 would probably marry.
Biologically, she's room for 2.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
3, 5.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think that
You do think that?
A woman,
Yeah,
can have 5 husbands comfortably.
I don't know if we define that as comfortably, but she can definitely. She can have 5 husbands.
woman
I
can
guess.
5 husbands comfortably is truly like that's a sentence. That's such a sentence, man.
That's going down and write that down right down, boy. A woman can have 5 husbands comfortably.
I've seen it done.
All right.
Sorry, it took me a second. I was like, in what world have you seen that? Oh, wait. You have internet access. Never mind. In my head, you had
In your head, I was talking about like some polycule and not like Riley Reid.
Right.
So sorry. In my head, I was thinking of Matt standing in a room watching an orgy happen.
That's what I was thinking about. That's exactly what was going on in my head.
No, I've only been next to 2 people fucking multiple times. I've yet to be next to an orgy.
Is it the story you told me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so the where does it go from there? Because he has the conversation with Cherry, and then
It's Huang organizes his bandits to pretend to be the other bandits because then they see the bodies.
oh yes.
they have the
What it
big
is Huang sets up the bandit shootout.
Yes.
Because he now knows that Zhang's bandits are going out dressed as themselves. They're going out dressed as themselves.
Yeah.
Throwing the money through the windows. So, since they're doing that, he's going to send his guys to go track them down and shoot them.
Yes.
Dressed as them. So this scene, they identify Zhang wearing number 9.
Yes.
So they pass that information along. They all put on 4s.
Yes.
But they know Zhang's gang knows they're being watched, so they switch out to 4s. So the gunfight begins, but everybody's wearing 4. Meanwhile, Huang has gone to have a conversation at the governor's manse, and is stuck talking to Counselor Tang. Gunfight is heard, and the previous scene was, I believe, the counselor watching. The counselor might not have been in that scene, but Zhang's gang were shown doing corpse makeup.
Yeah, and they find the 4 bodies that were buried next to the courthouse. They find the Huang finds them in the street.
So Zhang makes sure that the battle happens close enough that they can unearth the bodies they just dug up, get them to look freshly dead, and then place them in place of where they would have been.
Right, and yeah, there's the Zhang and Huang like having the translation screaming match with Ma being the in between.
He promises him in 3 days he will hand over $1.8 million.
Yeah.
So from there, because there's more stuff that happens before he hands over the money, right? Or does he hand over the money immediately?
It's pretty soon because Cherry hasn't joined the gang
I'll say
yet.
the next scene is that Cherry shows up,
Yes.
and hits us with her favorite pose, gun pointed at her head, gun pointed at Zhang. And
What are you gonna do? You can't run away because they'll shoot you, and you can't shoot them because they'll shoot themselves first.
both of these I recognize. Together they are baffling.
It's a powerful story. I think that's in the Art of War. I mean, we're currently using it in Iran.
Yeah, Cherry becomes a bandit.
Yeah, Cherry joins the bandits. That is the important thing, is that she shows up because she
Doesn't get training. Like she didn't get her history training of being a whore.
And none of the bandits got any of the training. They just figured out how to be bandits on the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the next scene is basically the conversation of when he figures, like, he probably figures out.
Specifically, they go to Cherry is taken to go identify the body double.
Yes.
Because they don't know if they have the real Huang or the body double. Because regardless of what he said, he'd say he's the body double.
I would know.
So she identifies the body double, and then during this time period, Huang receives a photograph
A large photograph. It's a huge identification paper.
of Governor Ma.
It's about the size
Of
of
my large baby
Matthew's
photo,
baby
yeah.
photo.
It's huge.
Honestly, it's more the size of my baby photo.
Sure.
Well, that's a child. You're not a baby. There.
Sorry,
you
my
are a
childhood
smug
photo-
adolescent.
I am a smug adolescent. Huang now understands that the counselor is the governor. I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Right.
This guy being Zhang. So there's the confrontation where they spin the story. It starts with it sounds like the counselor is going to tell the truth, where he describes his bandits descended upon his thing as he was coming to this post. It should be noted way earlier. The reason why he has that photo is he sent his guy to go and get proof of who these people are, and that was a warrant for the governor's arrest for buying a governor appointment. Which is why it's the poster size. Because in whichever city he bought it in, that's his wanted poster. So they have the conversation, talking about how he bought the governorship. He tells what sounds like most of the truth until he says, and then he saved me.
Also, he's my nephew.
Also, he's my nephew.
It seemed unnecessary.
But yeah, so the explanation, the story they're going with.
Because he's created a world where he is the real governor, and his nephew was fucking his wife.
There's no evidence to.
They knew they were sleeping together. And when
that's
I've watched a lot of informational footage, and I know if you stick a nephew and an aunt together in a bed, they're gonna fuck.
Informational footage.
Like an educational video.
So
all right.
We're almost done.
We still have like 4 or 5 of my favorite sequences coming up.
Yeah, for real.
Because this film is really good.
He hasn't even introduced the bomb yet.
He hadn't introduced the bomb because he introduced the bomb to his bald guy.
Yeah.
After this conversation.
That this was from America, made in 1910, used for the war, but these 2 bombs never detonated. But we only have 1 bomb, but we also have 2 bombs.
It's let the bullets fly. He has to lie at least once in a conversation. So him having both landmines. He's like, there were 2 landmines that were sent here. One of them was blown up in the revolution, and the guy was like, where? Don't worry about it. It's not a place. It's a year. But yeah, so he has to lie at some point during that for no reason. that's happening. He also reveals that he's there's always silver in the banana stand. In that he pulls up a floorboard to reveal that under the floorboards sectioned off is $1.8 million worth of silver, I guess. So he gathers up an army, and he takes the army to go fight himself. Paki Zheng, as the governor, leads an army to fight himself.
Yes.
However, luckily, Huang has a fake Paki Zheng because Paki Zheng, as a character, is like 70% media creation apparently. Because Huang describes him as stealing a fifth of his merchandise, which I could only assume Kurt means that like he was doing it to himself at that point. Because he has his own guy who is meant to be Paki Zheng. Like, he has his own bandit crew. Like, so this army leads out to go fight Paki Zheng, meaning the guy who is not the guy who Huang's put together.
And then that's also when we find out that the governor was actually supposed to be governor of another place.
Yes, we learn yet another series of lies. The Governor Ma bought the appointment not for Goosetown, but for a place called Kang.
Unfortunately, that was canceled, so they're really scrambling to figure out what they're going to do for Phase 4.
So true, bestie. But yeah, so because again,
Funny guy, me.
which does put it puts a context to him going, let's go to Goosetown. I was the governor of Goosetown. He's able to come up with that on the fly in the moment after that.
After almost drowning,
Yeah.
after like his train flipped, he had clear enough mind to be like, let's go to Goosetown.
I'm not letting this guy go to the city that I'll be able to tax farm. But yeah, so there's a shootout. 2 dies during this action sequence. He's revealed hanging from the neck until dead.
On the zip line that
He was on the zip line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that the guitar case. The human guitar case.
The guitar case style luggage.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're actually called. If I did, I'd call them that. But like, look, I've seen a lot of guitar cases in my day.
They look like guitar cases.
Toe to tip, that's a guitar case.
Yeah. But yeah, 2's hanging, and then they also shoot him a bunch just to like
They do shoot
really
him
make
5
sure
times.
he's dead.
But eventually, what number was it that got shot in the mouth?
5? No. Yeah.
The one with the
'Cause-
Yeah,
glasses.
the one with the glasses, who I never remember which number he is. Because 4 and
Four-
5 are the ones who are...
Who couldn't have done the rape because he's passive.
But yeah, I want to say it's 5 because
Yeah.
he also gets shot in the mouth, and then Ma has to.
Ma attempts to use the bird call.
Should have just put the whistle in the hole.
Well, no, he was still bleeding at that point. He wasn't like capable of doing that yet. It's this big action piece. They're killing people across all in a bunch of different locations. Yeah. They're communicating via the bird call because the bird calls are really cool. Zhang is shooting guys on a ridge. And a guy runs up and said, "Hey, you're not dead." Yeah, obviously I'm not dead. I heard you were dead. Yeah, let him know I'm not dead. So you get the bird call announcing that he isn't dead, and then tells him to make sure he said bullshit as well. So eventually they capture the fake Paki Zheng, who has pockmarks from red hot pokers being poked in him. So they have the conversation where he reveals that he's got the gems. Mm-hmm. He secured the gems. He mentions killing the definitely an 8-year-old and his mother. And in doing so, this causes the Governor Ma to have a full-on breakdown. That is now 2 women who he has inadvertently gotten killed on this mission.
He's lost both of his wives.
And
his son. Actually, not even technically. He lost both of his wives and his son. He's having a hard time right now.
He's lost a lot.
Damn.
So he grabs it and then travels east towards Shangji. And unfortunately, the road east is where this guy put the landmine.
Right.
So ends Counselor Tang.
He hangs around for a bit.
Well, say he has his dying scene.
His legs are up in a tree.
His legs are up in a tree.
Yeah, can I tell you the 2 more lies I've been telling you? Actually, can I tell you the second lie first? Like, he doesn't reveal either of the lies. What the hell? So even in the end, we'll never know.
It's wild.
Everyone is playing at least one other person and telling at least 3 lies in any given scene.
Yeah.
It's...
Like I said, this film is so complicated, but I love it so much.
Yeah, but also, like I said earlier, at no point does it feel convoluted. Like, at no
Yeah.
point does it feel like it's, like, complicated for the sake of complication.
Yes, no, it's a complicated film. That's just because like a lot of shit's happening and it's a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, it's all very trackable.
Yeah. So, they've killed the fake Pocky Zhang. They have the money, and now they need to and the Ma. I never remember his character's given name because I just think of him as the governor or the counselor, depending on how I'm feeling in that moment. But he extracts a lie of a promise from Zhang, where he goes, "Hey, don't go back to Goose Town," and he goes, "Sure, I won't. We're going back to Goose Town immediately."
It's Goose Town, Jack.
The Huang body double disappeared.
Right.
He's gone on a runner. He sends somebody to go collect him. Gives him 3 days. He makes a very public pronouncement that he is going to, in 3 days' time, murder. Like, he is going to arrest and kill Huang.
And since they don't have newspapers, they do it through the traditional girl with drums.
They have a drum line. They got these giant banners listing his crimes. And after they announce that, he dumps all of the money in the street, creating a couple of my favorite visuals in the film, where all of the silver is laid out in the street.
Brandon's a big. He's gonna talk the scene up a lot. He's a big bird guy, and there's geese.
I am a big bird guy. There is geese. That does help.
That's really what it is.
But you get the shot of the town square. All of the cash is on there. There's just the geese. And then we get the reaction shot of the 4 remaining bandits, Pocky Zhang and 3 of his cohort who have not gone to track where the body double went.
Right.
They go, "How are the 4 of us going to do this?" He's like, "We got like a 30. I give us like a 30% shot. I give us like a 30% shot." Overnight, the people clear out the giant pile of cash. They're betting with the money we see. And then Huang sends out some carts to collect all the money, and you get this beautiful visual of all the silver getting poured into these carts coming around, collecting all the money, and taking it back to him. And this has doubled their chances, as he gives 60% as his next assessment. And then he lays out guns and bullets in a recreation of the shots where he was laying out the silver. Now they're laying out bullets and guns. And so we get a shot of the town square with the layer of guns and bullets on it, and then the geese sitting on top of that. And then overnight, the people take the bullets and guns. We see them the next morning betting with the bullets and guns. Because the sequence is very important in that you get like the exact recreation of the shots of them with the silver but them with the guns, which is it's very funny, but it also builds to something of the preparatory climax, because Huang sends back out the collectors. They fire on them, and they don't collect the guns back. Because they're not gonna take it. So it is 2 days. It is 2 days hence. It is 1 day before the deadline he has set in both directions. And they ride through the town square several times, 6 times in total, announcing that they are going to come and bust down Huang's door.
I was counting because that's how many times you have to say something loudly before legally they have to do it in China.
That's also how many times you have to ask Rock how to build a pipe bomb before he tells you.
But yeah, so they do this. They gather together a group, and then they rush directly up to the gates, and none of them follow because the townspeople are not these bandits. These bandits are badasses. The townspeople are just shirtless guys with guns. So they spend an afternoon shooting at the gate, including drawing things in bullets like it's a fucking Gmod game. It is the question mark, which is a thing I've definitely done with like a machine gun in Trouble in Terrorist Town. As night falls, the team hunting down Huang's body double arrive. And we get the final thesis of the film, which is they execute Huang by just breaking out his body double, but he's lying. They win by just lying and saying that they won.
Yeah, basically, it hands him the gun, basically saying, "You kill yourself. It only has one bullet."
Well, no, that's not there yet. We are at the point where they've captured him.
Right.
They've captured Huang's body double. They carry him. They shoot at the door some more, and then carry him into town, stand him up, and execute them, which convinces everyone in the town
That
they've
Huang-
already won.
yeah, right,
So they
right.
can go steal everything.
Yeah, so they're going to go bust into his place and steal everything. And doing this has convinced them that Huang is the body double.
Right.
Which is like the point, like what I feel is the idea of the film. Everybody's lying, and the victory coming because they just out and out was like, yeah, we have a guy who we have his body double. We have him. And then they publicly executed him, and suddenly everyone's like, oh, we've already won. So they have the strength to win. But then Huang gets to have his denouement conversation as they're looting the fortified manor of Huang. So they go sit on some outside furniture and have a chat, which that is where he has. So it's important to note that he pickpocketed the gun off of him first, then gave it back to him with only one bullet.
Right.
Just like in Resident Evil 8.
Well, just mix some herbs and get some more bullets
Yeah. It's really easy to make
and some
bullets.
typewriter ribbon.
All you gotta do is stack herbs in your pockets like Tetris, and you can have as many bullets as you want. That's the American dream.
In the midst of the chaos, Huang is in one of his towers, and he throws the hat, basically saying that wasn't his best hat.
Saying during the conversation, he says that he has better hats at his house
right.
than the one that I will say. The hat he throws is not the hat from the beginning,
Right.
Because that hat was always in the possession of the governor. This is one of the hats he says is better.
Right.
And then because
He fires the one round off to get attention.
Yeah.
and he's like, haha, you haven't got me. But luckily, the martial arts guy's there, and using the power of his martial arts, blows up the building.
Yeah.
The pipe bomb that we were told he didn't have.
Yes. Yeah. When I first saw that scene, I'm like, no, he said that there were two, but he said the first one blew up. So
And then it's like, oh, everyone's lying all of the time. We all just have to.
So our martial arts man did one of the coolest things. He bagged the body double's head, and then when they were
And he uses
storming the place,
counterweights when he was Naruto running.
one, yes, but two, he killed the bald henchman with the bag containing the guy's head. Which was very funny.
Yeah, Huang dies. I mean, I presume there's two more movies, but
They are not related.
Okay, cool.
I have seen both of them. They are not related.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Return Huang.
Huang dies in the pipe bomb explosion that didn't exist but does exist. And then it's the next day. Basically, all of the bandits are like, you know what, this is stressful. We're gonna go.
They got bicycles. They're gonna go live in Shanghai.
Yeah, and Three is gonna marry Cherry to honor his brother and because he's in love with Cherry.
And they're going to have a very peaceful, I'm going to say at least 30 to 40 years.
Yeah, it ends with starting and ending this movie with the train, but having them mean two very different things is a wonderful filmmaking technique.
No, yeah,
But it
Wen
ends.
Jiang's very good.
That's
Yeah.
the George Lucas method. He took that from George Lucas. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
It ends with
Which is why he was in Rogue One.
Yeah, it ends with Zhang on one horse behind a train carried by
pulled
six
by 9
horses.
horses.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, again, the train being pulled by horses, and then there arguing about Shanghai.
yeah, and then it fades to black in this beautiful movie. Just roll credit is good, man.
I love the movie so much.
I talk a lot about this show on this show about tone balancing, and this movie does it very, very, very well.
How's the pacing?
Really, really good. It's one of those movies you definitely feel its length in the middle, but at no point do I feel like there's anything I would cut, or there's no entire of anything I would cut.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that a lot of the way the film is structured is a series of scenes,
Right.
But by the end, every scene is super relevant and important.
Right. Like, I think this movie would have been, like, this movie's 210, and I think this movie would have been, like, a perfect 155. With that being said, I don't know if there's nothing...
You don't know how you get 15 minutes out of that.
I don't know how I get 15 minutes out of that. Like, everything feels, if not necessary, at least, like it's
the stuff that's not
adding
necessary is
to.
funny.
Yeah.
You replace the drum girls with newspapers.
Honestly, that cuts 7 easy right there.
The drum girls are so integral.
Instead of a horse.
Especially because you need the drum girls, because you need at the very beginning where it's like, hey, she's leading the drums and she's not reacting to the people shooting. She's just like watching a feather
What if
float.
she was handing out papers?
This movie, the movie takes itself very seriously, but then understands at some point it's a very silly kung fu movie. But then also, we're telling a very serious espionage, like not spy thriller.
What's interesting is you see it as an espionage movie. I see it as a western.
I thought the whole time I'm like, this
yeah.
is a western.
That's fair.
It has got extreme because the main character
Horses.
But because the main character is your drifter who is doing stuff, I do see a lot of western there. I do also see, like, I see what you mean by, like, it has like an intrigue thriller sort of plot where there is plots within plots within plots. And everybody's lying. Everybody in the film is lying. No one in the film tells the truth tells us the face value truth.
Except that 5 is gay. It's the only moment where everyone is it's truly that one scene where everyone's why they didn't rape the woman is like, that's the only time.
No.
No one,
in that scene,
no one knows no one knows who anyone really is, but we can all agree this guy sucks dick.
It is a film. I like it better than the other two films in this trilogy.
Okay.
The Shanghai one, like the I call it the Shanghai one.
Yeah.
It's called Gone with the Bullets.
There's Gone with the Bullets and Hidden Man.
Hidden Man, I don't remember anything about Hidden Man, but Gone with the Bullets is fun.
It was a less exciting Running Man.
Gone with the Bullets is fun. It's interesting. It is also like very complicated.
Sure. More than this?
Kind of, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
There's a sequence where Wen Jiang's character in Gone with the Bullets is high on opium. And he has a dream sequence where he drives a car into space.
Hell yeah.
I forget if it's Gone with the Bullets or if it's something else, but there is a scene where he goes. There is a scene in Gone with the Bullets where Wen Jiang's character, the main character, goes to a play that is it is a street play that is talking about how evil he is and how he killed his girlfriend.
Huh.
But yeah, no, this Let the Bullets Fly, I really, really like. I think it's because its setting is so good. The Goose Town specifically is just this kind of wretched small town warlord era China is just it's
The Youngstown
really good.
of China.
The Youngstown of China is
Thank you for bringing this, though.
No,
for
it is.
real.
It is my favorite movie. The movie was shown to me during a kick where my movie guy was watching a lot of non-English films, and this one spoke to me on a deep emotional level.
This is the guy in Discord.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm glad you guys both enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is one of those I probably would never have. Not like I'm anti this type of movie. I actually love.
He's
this type
very
of movie.
anti-Chinese.
No, I love these types of movies, but this is one of those I probably.
Some of his favorite movies are Chinese.
Okay. That is. You're just being a dick. This was never one I probably would have heard of or gotten around to.
It's a 2010 film by Wen Jiang from before he was kicked out of China for a while.
But yeah, I never, like, this had never come across my radar. If it had, I don't remember it, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten around to it. But I'm very happy I did. I am. I'm trying to phrase it. I don't know. My afternoon was better because I experienced.
I'm
this
very
movie.
very glad. I'm glad to hear it because again it is my favorite film. It is
Hell yeah.
like it is a film that I it's a film that I really enjoyed, and going back and watching it again has just reminded me that like it is a film that fascinates you as you watch it, and you really enjoy it.
Can you imagine if everyone in the film program like this was their favorite movie instead of Scott Pilgrim?
You say that about basically every movie now.
I know, but
It's an evergreen comment, honestly,
like
because it does say different things about different people.
Sure.
like this would be the first
Scott
time
Pilgrim was like the consensus
we
favorite
had.
movie.
There were like 3 or 4 people who.
There was a semester where I shit you not, there were 3 Scott Pilgrim-esque mini-series in production as projects. And then the next one, we got one that was a shit take on those 3.
Are you said the next 2 sure are movies? Are they worth watching?
I mean, I think Gone with the Bullets is worth watching. I can't recall anything from Hidden Man, so Hidden Man might not be. Gone with the Bullets is worth watching. It is very different. They're all very different films from each other. Cool. They're just kind of they're looped together because they are all, I believe, I forget if Hidden Man might just be fully different, but they're all directed by Wen Jiang.
Yes.
They're all like at least Gone with the Bullets and Let the Bullets Fly the Bullets Fly. They're both set in roughly the same like 1920s China.
I think I looked it up. I think Hidden Man is like 39.
Yeah.
Like it's like 10.
Yeah,
15
Hidden
years
Man
later.
Hidden Man is the one that's different.
And they all follow the same character?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Oh, so he's a different character in all
Yes.
3 of them?
Yeah.
That rules. So it's a Cornetto thing. Cool.
It is
Hell yeah.
a very Cornetto thing.
See, I'm thinking, what's his name? Refn. Except Ryan Gosling is in the middle.
Sure.
Because that one's about kids doing things kids shouldn't do.
Right.
That might be my favorite not related trilogy. I'm not sure what that says about me as a person. I like making people watch stuff that they don't like.
Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on like the movie as a whole, like how it functions and everything?
It's really good.
Hell yeah.
You know me. I like my silly. I like a nice historical thing with humor in it. I like women, and that's in both. Both those things are in this movie. A very simple man to please. You got japes. You got history. You got women. That's a 10 out of 10.
I mean, and on that note, do you want to do socials?
Yeah,
I
if you
guess?
want to email me like thought exercises or like a notification guide so I can stop thinking there's 300 to 400 servers at every Chinese restaurant I go to, you can do that at twomenmoviepodcast@gmail.com. That would really help with my bewilderment. If you want to see pictures of 200 to 300 waiters that work at all the local Chinese restaurants, I'll be posting 200 to 300 pictures of separate people
of the same
on
3
Instagram.
people. Yeah.
twomenmoviepodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to see China Before the Revolution, I'm going to go to that ballet show, make a bootleg, and I'll put it on the YouTube at Two Men and a Movie Podcast. It's having a stroke there.
Store is in the show description. Marvin gives this 2 fins up. I recently bought a sticker from our store. I paid money for my own merch. Pretty good, not bad. It sure is
Check the store. I might have money.
it sure is a sticker. Where can they find you, Brandon?
Truly the only social media I will plug is startplaying.games/GM/Karmic Knights. That is where I organize my I hesitate to call it a day job because it
is literally your day job.
I hesitate to call it that, but I don't do it during the day.
You have to pay taxes on it.
I do have to pay taxes on it. But at startplaying.games, look up Karmic Knights on the GMs there. And book one of the 6 games I've got going. Currently.
Are you not going to plug your After Dark Twitch channel?
I don't have an After
Karmic
Dark Twitch
Knights.
channel. Fuck, man. Fuck, I should have named my fucking Twitch channel that. Instead, my Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Dr. Karmic Knight. I have an Instagram, but I don't post on the Instagram. I don't even remember. I don't have it on my phone, and I don't remember what it is. So who cares?
Oh, my Instagram is harrisonpool.com. That's HARRISONPOOLEDOTCOM, harrisonpool.com. Letterboxd is HDPOOLE124. I do another podcast with my brother called Same Movie Every Week, where we watch the same movie every week for a full calendar year. This is our first year, and we're doing 2019's Detective Pikachu.
This sounds like either a thought experiment or torture.
It's so we're taking it seriously. Like,
Yeah, I know. I believe that you're taking it seriously.
we just released an episode on Wednesday about is Detective Pikachu propaganda and how does it function within the tropes.
You're still not convincing me. You're still not convincing me. Same movie every week. Find it wherever you find your podcasts is not either a thought experiment or
Detective
torturing
Pikachu,
you.
the rookie crossover win.
Yeah. Basically is it's a thing that I wanted to exist, and whether it's a thought experiment or like by the end of the year in my head it's like going to be like a college class. Like we actually we'll take it seriously, we'll break down various aspects of it, and I think it's edutainment. It's great about 2019's Detective Pikachu. That's Same Movie Every Week wherever you find your podcast. The Substack is Harrison Pool's Routine Maintenance. And if you're a comedy booker or a venue owner and you want me to perform with you, please, that's harrisonpoolcomedy@gmail.com. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Brandon, for dealing with our nonsense and for bringing this movie. Tune in next week for... tune in next week for Akira. So long and good
Is
night.
that the Hips Don't Lie person?
That's Shakira.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.